What's up, YouTube? Headed to the gym for chest and triceps. The week is over. It's Friday, baby. We survived the tornadoes. Had a bunch that rolled through Tennessee. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably in areas that had some rolling through your areas too. Hope you were all safe out there. Hope everybody's okay and your houses are all good and all that stuff. Family's good and safe. They were pretty bad. We had some close calls, some scary stuff on Sunday, and some scary stuff yesterday. Sunday was it was rougher weather for us, but yesterday I think had the potential to be worse. But luckily the storm wrapped around our house, started from the south, and then kind of wrapped around, I don't know, east or west, and then went up to north. So it was on every side of us, but it didn't travel over us, which I'm thankful for. So for chest and triceps tonight, we're gonna do hammer strength plate loaded incline press. So we'll do that. We'll probably push some fairly heavy stimulus with that. The first couple warm-up sets, maybe 2 or 3 warm-up sets where we're focused on really good stretch, really good contraction, and just feeling the muscle work. And then through the heavy sets, just trying to push some heavy stimulus into the muscle. After that, we'll do most likely Pec Dec, maybe a cable fly, but most likely a Pec Dec, like usual. If I'm feeling froggy, I might switch it up and do a cable fly, but I'm thinking Pec Dec like usual. And then we'll finish it up with a flat pressing type maneuver. I'm just not sure which yet, so we'll decide which one when we get in there. I've been really liking the old school flat machine that's in there in that jungle room that I use. But there's a couple nice flat machines that work, and then there's also flat dumbbell if we want to throw in the dumbbells. And then triceps, we always do a tricep push down with the triangle bar or the V bar, whatever you want to call it. And then we did a bunch of I did a bunch of walking just now. We've got Mule Day and Mule Fest and Mule Week, or whatever you want to call it, down here in Columbia going on. And we got a little event out in Columbia in the heart of town called First Fridays. So me and my wife and our brother and sister-in-law, we were down there walking around and probably put in a few miles down there. It wasn't the same pace that I would usually do, but I think between that and all the yard work that I did after I got home from the office, I think I got my cardio in. So with it being so late, it's going to be a game time decision if I think I need to press more cardio. I think I did enough cardio already, but I don't know, we'll see. And then I got some crunches to do as well. The diet is still the same. It's been the same for, I think we're going on the 4th week. So that's nothing new there. We weighed in this morning at 223.8. And actually, when I got on the scale after doing yard work, I was 223.2, which I don't usually drop weight during the day. So I think doing all that yard work, I probably had a lot of sweat and a lot of water loss, which I haven't had a lot of that during the winter because I haven't been outside in the sun doing yard work. And even with, I mean, I've already gone through It's 7:30. I've already gone through more than a gallon of water, so I'm assuming I lost more water than usual doing that yard work outside. So we'll see what we're at when we wake up tomorrow and hit the scale. Coach has asked me to get out there again on Sunday for posing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it this weekend. Me and my wife are supposed to have a session to get some photos done, which it's been so stormy and rainy that we don't actually have a time set. So it's going to kind of be a game time call on Sunday what time we're doing them, or if we are doing those photos. So that's kind of holding me up with my decision as to whether or not I'm going to be able to make it out to my coach on Sunday, which I really need to. I really need to put in as much time posing as possible, and I get the best posing or the most amount of work done when I'm with him. So if I can't get out there, I really need to put in the time doing my own work and work with Nikki this week to make up for the time lost with him and to get my posing down, because tomorrow will officially be 8 weeks out. So we're getting there. I mean, it seems like a long time, but it also does not seem like a long time. It seems like a long time away, and I'm also scared shitless because it seems like it's right around the corner. It will come quicker than I think, or quicker than I expect it. That time's gonna fly by. So we just pulled into the gym. I'll see you guys in there. Let's have a good workout. All right, YouTube fan, we are sneaking into some incline hammer strength isolateral incline presses, plate loaded, my favorite. We're not pressing the same amount of weight that I usually do on this. Today I really wanted to focus on purely activating that pec and trying to drive everything through the pec, and not necessarily getting the heavy stimulus through it and just pushing it or for the sake of pushing it, but really driving contraction through the pec, focusing on bringing my biceps together, my elbows together, and focus on feeling the muscle rather than just pushing weight to push weight, and really focusing on trying to get as much pump through those pecs as possible. So we dropped the weight slightly this time, still heavy, but definitely a little lighter than usual. On this next set, if I remember correctly, actually it's on this set, I dropped and we did a drop set on this, actually a triple drop. So we dropped from 2.5 plates on each side to 2 plates. Another set with 2 plates. Really getting that good squeeze in the muscle. A little bit harder than I expected, I think. And then we dropped to 1 plate, and we did the same thing. In 1 plate, when you're down to that lightweight compared to the heavyweight, you can really focus on the squeeze. So that's what we did here. Really driving through, focusing on keeping constant tension on that pec muscle and driving that squeeze. Elbows together, trying to drive your biceps together and squeeze through the pecs. And these felt really good, better than usual, and I think that's just because I checked the ego a little bit and dropped the weight down a little bit, but those felt really nice. Next, we're hitting another one of our favorites, the Pec Dec machine. Nice full stretch on the end, really opening that chest up, and think about opening that chest up and spreading those wings as you come to the end range of that motion. Driving through again on this, when you're squeezing your pec and trying to get that pec contraction, don't just focus on trying to move the weight or trying to bring your hands together. Focus on trying to bring your elbows or your biceps together. I think that'll help a lot with with that mind-muscle connection and the contraction. Driving biceps together is a good cue to think about. I think on this last set, again, usually on my last set, I like to hit my drop set, so I think we did that here. So we'll see. We'll find out in a second. Today I'm a little bit late on my voiceover, so I had to go back and recheck my video and figure out what I did on this day. So I'm a few days past, almost a week to be honest. Yeah, so I think we do at least a triple drop here. So drop that weight down. Once you get it down a little bit lower, we can really focus on squeeze as well. Sometimes with my drop sets, I do my first set of the drop really, really heavy, driving heavy stimulus and burning out the muscle. And then I drop to those lower weights and focus on squeeze. So these always feel good. Always a good feeling movement. I've always been a fan of flying, almost in terms of bodybuilding style stuff and not just strength. Flying has always been a better feeling for pec contraction and muscle building than pressing movements. And then after we get to a full burnout through the pecs, I hit this machine, really old school machine. You can tell it's seen some use and seen some butts in that seat, but this machine always feels good at the end. Usually I loaded a lot more than this, but actually on this movement, I'm not just trying to train my pecs, I'm also trying to get a little bit of a serratus anterior activation. So you'll notice at the end of my rep, I actually drive my shoulder blades forward or into what's called protraction, which is what the serratus anterior does. Serratus anterior is a protractor of the shoulder blade. So as you hit the end of your chest press motion, you actually try to drive your shoulder blades forward on the rib cage. And for anybody that has like scapular winging or anything like that, this really helps with that. And you know, if you get leaned up enough, it helps to see that serratus anterior muscle. It's not a bad looking muscle when it comes to physique. So we'll finish up with this, and I don't think I filmed my tricep extensions, but after this we also did tricep extensions.